いけ翼。
みんな上がれ、ナダレ作戦だ。こんにゃらら頼むぞ。
Hello and welcome to Ike Tsubasa! Here's Weiss back again with another video, and here we have the three beautiful people with us: Hikaru Matsuyama, Ryo Ishizaki, and our Lord and Savior Urabe. First up, we have Hikaru Matsuyama, passionate to fire up the team. Is a toughness type Japanese attacking midfielder that belongs to the middle school player pool. Now, this Matsuyama is quite interesting, to be honest. His Matsuyama comes in with 5 hidden abilities. Let's check them out. He has an Insight Master, stat 15%. It's quite decent and provides a small bonus when guessing correctly in the matchup. Do note that this bonus does not activate against goalkeepers. A 1-2 range enhance, which increases the distance your player travels by 50% after a successful 1-2. This is very useful for breaking the offside trap, allowing Matsuyama to set up a goal scoring opportunities. Skill block cancellation, which cancels up to 2 special skill blocks, is quite becoming interesting and important, as we see a lot of number of players that can limit your options, such as Diamond Ace Mitsugi, Friendship Leo, Club Cults, and Dream Collection Pierre, among others. He also has a dribble range enhance, which is similar to the Dream Collection Let's Reza one, so this widens his range of tools to break up the offside trap. Moving on to his skill set, Matsuyama is the 4th player furnished with S Extreme Awakening of Japanese players, toughness Japanese players 17%, while the other 3 players are from the limited 97 Samurai banner, Misaki, Urabe, and Kazuo. His passive, a pedal to the metal, 20% during full power, is considered decent but situational. He comes in with 2 S-rank skills, Avalanche Attack and Eagle Shot. Sadly, both skills are not the best in their respective domains when it comes to the momentum. Avalanche Attack is rather an inefficient skill for 45 stamina cost, as it only provides 420 momentum. On the upside, this skill does not require any other player to execute. For your information, the majority of S-rank 1-2s are about 440 momentum and cost less than 445. His stats. Let's take a look at his stat spread. His attacking stats look very impressive, with his dribble pass around 7k and shot over 8k. However, his speed is at a traumatizing 4.5k, standing side by side with the new Dream Collection Akai, and his lack of power may be a huge hurdle to overcome those considering building him as a scoring option. Do note that Matsuyama has an extremely large stamina pool at 1.2k, so he can support a high cost skills whenever he wants. For his first limit break, we recommend a 25 pass, tackle speed, and technique. This build is focused on his pass, tackle, and mobility, improving his chances of breaking offside trap as well as ball winning. Now, his second limit break is for those who are lacking scoring options, at 25 shot, speed, power, 21 pass, and 4 technique. This build we usually recommend for forwards or attacking midfielders capable of scoring. Do note that this is not for those that do not have access to any of his 455 momentum shots. Now for his parameters, do note that we applied limit break 1 and only included the 20% passive. His parameters look pretty decent even before passive included, with his passive surpassing 11k, dribble close to 10k. Now, it may seem like he might have some difficulties winning the ball outside of his full power, but as long as you can activate his Insight Master, your chances of winning the ball should improve. During a small window when the full power is active, Matsuyama becomes a reliable all-rounder, as you can see from figures with passive applied. His Avalanche Attack can hit a total force of 49.1k without passive and 59k with passive applied. For a rough comparison, Golden Duo Misaki can hit a total force of 55.3k force with 25 pass, technique, limit break, and passive activated. Now, assuming we are applying Limit Break 2 with his shot and power Limit Break max out at 25, his total force for his 455 momentum shot is only near 56k without passive and 67k with passive. Scoring with Matsuyama is going to be difficult as meta goalkeepers have an average force of 70k without their passive applied. Now for his skill build, we recommend replacing S Eagle Shot with S Eagle Pass, or the A version. Also, replace A Eagle Tackle with any of the following S rank tackle: Spirit Valiant Defense, Diligent Defense, or S Eagle Tackle. Finish off his build with an A Smooth Ball Keeping and A Eagle Interception. Final thoughts. Now, from starting today, the final thoughts will be a little bit of Weiss rambling, since I think some people like it. So for Matsuyama, I like this Matsuyama. However, there are many other good Matsuyamas that you can actually play with, especially the collection Matsuyama. He's the best tackler so far. However, again, this Matsuyama is very, very useful for those who are playing with both Junior Youth Misaki, Nuke Saki, and also with Super Dream Fest Tsubasa. So he can easily 1-2 and then pass before or behind you, and you can easily get Tsubasa to do his low or high ball, and for Misaki to 100 do a low ball, and that almost guarantees you a goal. So this Matsuyama I think he's pretty good and pretty interesting to see him playing within a Super Solidarity or a full red Japanese team. Next comes in, oh, look at this beautiful bald head, Ryo Ishizaki, the embodiment of Nankatsu energy. He is a skill type Japanese defender that belongs to the middle school player. Ah, his beauty wouldn't let me finish the sentence. Anyway, Ishizaki comes in with the 3 stats up hidden abilities meant to strengthen the middle school archetype. Middle school player Tsubasa and Urabe stats 5%, and all middle school players 1%. Similar design concept with Dream Collection Sawada. For his skill set, he comes in with a new type of team skill, Super Solidarity for middle school 15%, which is, I love it. We feel that this might have a huge impact on shaping the meta, as you can play Roberto and Oeran in the middle school teams, providing a vast amount of buffs. Furthermore, you can play any versions of Misaki, enabling some of Tsubasa's skills, and also play 97 Samurai or Dream Collection Sawada to ramp up the Stormy Resurrection Hyuga. His passive, Team Link Middle School 20%, is great, but requires 10 middle school players to get the maximum buff. This somewhat conflicts with his team skill, as most likely you will have players that do not belong to the middle school player archetype due to his team skill. Ishizaki comes in outfitted with 2 S-rank skills. His main skill is an S-rank pass, Mad Pass, capped at 4 or 5 momentum, which has a low momentum, but it is the best S-pass for him so far. His other S-rank skill is Face Block, capped at 440. It's not his best blocking skill, but to be frank, both skills are underwhelming due to the low momentum. His stats look satisfactory and well balanced, with his block being most prominent at 7.4k. Looking at these numbers, we feel that Ishizaki is quite dependent on his passive and not optimal to play him as a team outside of the middle school archetype. Now for his limit break, we recommend going with 25 block, speed, power, 21 intercept, and 4 technique. This build is defense oriented, enhancing his defensive abilities and much needed mobility, suitable for those looking for a reliable ball winner. As for the second limit break, we will go with 16 pass, intercept, 18 technique, 25 speed, 21 block, and 4 power. This build has a slight variation from limit break 1, enhancing Ishizaki tech branch with some points taken out of power, fitting for those intended to invest in his S-Pass. Now his parameters look adequate with Limit Break 1 applied with his block standing out at 11.5k. After applying his passive, he becomes an all-rounder defender capable of contributing with all aspects above 10k except shot. His S-Mat pass can hit a total force of 47.8k. This figure is rather impressive by defender standards, so investing Black Ball into Mat pass doesn't seem like a bad idea. S New Face block can hit 63.1k force, which is not that far away from his 97 Samurai counterpart at 66.8k. His face block is not that bad either at 61k force, considered viable for those that don't have access to New Face block. Now for his skill build, we recommend replacing S face block with New face block and A strong tackle with either S face tackle or S determined tackle. Consider giving him either A forcible interception, EX or S determined intercept, and finish off his build with an A mad dribble. Final rambling thoughts. This Ishizaki I love so much because he has a really wonderful team skill, which is a new team skill, which makes people can go actually with a meta with middle school players. He also buffs in Tsubasa and Urabe and all middle school players. I think this defender is extremely capable, and applying as an all-rounder defender, he can be either in a hard defense or in the sides. So I just love this Ishizaki, and I think he is one of the best Ishizakis in the game so far. Oh, mighty Hanji Urabe, please grant us beauty. Let us become all one with the beauty almighty Hanji Urabe. Anyway, Hanji Urabe, leader of Otomo Quartet, I think that's how it's spelled or pronounced, is an agility top Japanese defensive midfielder that belongs to the middle school player pool. This Urabe is quite interesting. However, I think this is kind of a low tier Urabe, as the before one, which is the green one, was much better. Now, starting with his hidden abilities, stats down -3% for Tsubasa is rather situational but not useless, as the meta is infested with Japanese teams. Stat handicap resistance 3% for all agility players is a huge for those playing agility Japanese, along with the likes of Oiran and Roberto finally. Stat handicap resistance 2% reduction for all middle school teammates, which makes blue middle school players have a total of 5% stat handicap resistance. Now for his skill set, Urabe has the same team skill as Ishizaki, so we are not going into any details. His passive Insight Master 30% is useful, especially for those good with matchup guessing. Seems like the great Urabe-sama has been given the short straw with an single S rank skill. S Perfect Cross capped at 415 momentum is the best skill pass for him. His stat spread is mediocre, with his pass edging ahead at almost 6.5k. We fear Oribe might not be able to accomplish much without activating his passive based on his stat spread. We only have one limit break for Urabe, which is 25 tackle, speed, 16 pass, intercept, and 18 technique. This build fortifies Urabe's ability to distribute the ball while maintaining some defensive capabilities as well as mobility, suitable for those defensive midfielders and side backs. Moving on to his parameters table, he looks not spectacular but decent after applying limit break with his pass, tackle, and intercept above 10k. His game moves on to the next level with his 30% Insight Master applied, though with all of his parameters above 10k if you can guess correctly. We recommend giving him an S Tenacious Sliding Tackle if you have access to it. Finish off his build with an A Speed Dribble. For those using Oribe as center back, consider giving him an S Hot-Blooded Block, but most likely, he won't be able to block reliably even with his passive active. Final thoughts. This Urabe is kind of a player which you get him just for his team skill, but be notified that giving two 2 solidarities for middle school players means that soon enough we're gonna have more middle school players with super solidarity. So it might not be that viable for you to actually go after him right now, especially because he's a normal gacha. So I don't know. This Urabe is very mediocre. I would love for you to actually go after the green Oribe that just came out, I think 2 months ago, rather than going after this guy just for his team skill. Now, final thoughts and outro. I am mesmerized by Ishizaki. Oh, I can't say anything. Ishizaki, I love you. Alright, here's Weiss. Over and out. But most likely, he won't be able to block reliably. Oh, Ash, why are you pushing your head? It's actually becoming quite increasingly important as we see have 0.5x, which increases his dribble whenever he dribbles and dribble. Urabe as a center back, consider giving him an S. Hot-blooded blood. What? Now this Matsuyama is quite interesting.